Hi, Taurus. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my twin flames. Today, we're going to ask Spirit about this connection. Where is this connection headed? What is this twin flame journey that we're on? Your person's feelings, thoughts, anything Spirit wants to share with me. So welcome to anybody that's new. Welcome back to all my Taurus. Thank you for your love and support on my channel. So grateful always. So grateful that you're here. Spirit, please share with me anything that you have for my Taurus today. What is it that you want them to know in this twin flame connection? I am listening for you now. Spring, new seeds being planted, pathways and beginnings. Okay, so maybe this love is blooming, something like that. I have blocked ascension, stagnant and reroot. Okay, something blocked, a queen, boss babe, independent and strong. And I have not listening, inconsiderate, always thinks that they are right. So maybe we're having a hard time communicating. Maybe we're starting to feel that this is a great connection. It was blooming. And then all of a sudden the energy is they're not listening. They're tuning me out. I deserve more. I'm more independent than that. I'm stronger than that. So a little bit of a bottom of the deck. They're saying going within, withdrawn from the world, needs space and time for self. So this feeling of, we were growing, we were blooming, we're on the same path. And then all of a sudden this person says, I need time for me, or they're backing away for some reason. They're wanting to spend more time alone, or they are asking for some space, something like that. Now, these are large cards. I'm just going to shuffle them over here on the side so that we can get a few of these. Spirit, what is going on with this feeling of a little bit of a pulling away? I'm going to say pulling away. I have the yellow brick road, which is my sun. Okay, so that's the yellow brick road. I have wishing upon a star, which is my star card. And then I have Rapunzel, which is my tower card. So this is coming into me as first of all, the yellow brick road, the sun, the star, this new beginning, this hope, this dream, this passion. And then this tower, like, is something coming between us? Has something come between this twin connection? Did something literally interrupt this fairy tale? Because it is a fairy tale. When twins meet, it is a feeling of, I can't believe I found you. I can't believe how good this is. It's so passionate, so amazing. Did something change or interfere, change within them? And now they're second guessing this connection, or they're afraid of it, or they're running. Spirit, what has happened in this twin connection? Just like you, I'm always doing some form of mission. My energy and wisdom supports those things around me. So that feels like they're learning more about themselves. They're learning something about themselves. I'm struggling with codependency. I'm afraid to let go of my old coping mechanisms. So there could be something interfering in this connection: alcohol, drugs. Maybe you weren't aware of it when you met this person. Maybe in the beginning, everything was amazing. And then all of a sudden, some old patterns of behavior came out. And it's the sense of, this is going to ruin us. This could ruin us. So we want to be careful with something like that. Sometimes I feel like you're speaking to me in my head. At times it triggers me because I wonder how much you can see into me. So there is a sense of, I swear you know what I'm thinking and feeling. Sometimes they don't want you to know what they're thinking and feeling. They want to escape. Maybe they're pulling away because they don't want you to read so much into their thoughts, or always want to know what they're thinking and feeling, or asking them what they're thinking and feeling. I'm trying to leave my comfort zone with this issue. little bit of I need this space to figure out my feelings. We incarnated together to clear specific patterns from our ancestral bloodlines. So we're learning something. I mean, twin flames keep coming back, and every time they reconnect, they learn a new lesson. So sometimes those lessons keep repeating themselves until they are learned. Sometimes we keep doing the same lessons over and over again. I need to be strong in who I am before I can merge my energy with yours in the 3D. I'm afraid I could lose myself in this relationship. So, the sense of independence, the sense of I want to make decisions on my own. I don't want you to make decisions for me, or I don't need to share with you every single thought I have because just because you're my twin or we're close. I want to make some decisions on my own. I want to have some life and time on my own. So maybe your person's just trying to save their independence. They don't want to be codependent on anybody. It amazes me that when we say the same thing at the same time or finish each other's sentences, which is true, this feeling of maybe we've been spending too much time together. I know that is there such a thing, but maybe sometimes twins they want to be together all the time. They find each other, it's intense, it feels amazing. They don't want to be with anybody else. And then they spend all kinds of crazy time together. And then one of the twins says, "Hey, I haven't seen my friends for a while. I haven't had any quiet time. I used to go to the gym by myself and work. I used to run." And they start to resent that every waking hour is with their twin. And instead of resentment, what they should be saying is, "Hey, let me go do these things and then I'll come back to you," instead of pushing you away and not telling you what's going on. So part of me feels like maybe we were spending too much time together. And I don't, like I said, I don't know if that's a right or a wrong thing. It depends on the relationship, but everybody needs their own personal space, and your person may be fighting for theirs. So I'm gonna put that out there. Give them some space and time to go and do what they used to do before they were in a relationship with you. And as long as they're not, with somebody else, as long as they're hanging out with their friends, or they are, going and watching football with their friends, or hanging out with their family, and, let them go and do what they used to do before you were in their life. And then they can come back to you and you guys have your time together. Maybe that's what it feels like. Sometimes they feel like they're being pulled. Words can't express how much I care for you. So they care about you very, very much. And I've waited a lifetime for somebody just like you. I've wanted somebody just like you. I regret not taking action sooner. Maybe we put this on hold, or we delayed this, or it took us a while to get together. And now you're wondering, now that we're together, why are you pulling away? Why are you giving me a cold shoulder? I think your person's is trying to create a sense of independence within a twin relationship, because twins have a tendency to they're very intense. And sometimes they just need a break from each other. And sometimes instead of running away and breaking it off, it really just turns into, hey, you can have your time, I have my time, and then we spend time together. I dream of a future with you. So they still see a future with you. I pretend that everything is okay, but inside I'm hurting. So there's some resentments going on. There's either they're not willing, they don't want to hurt your feelings, spirit just said. So if they say things like, "Well, hey, I used to enjoy hanging out with my friends every Friday night, and all my friends are saying, hey, you got this new person and you're not with us anymore, and we never see you anymore." And then all of a sudden it becomes a resentment. It becomes a resentment of, I'm no longer doing what I used to do, so therefore you've taken away something from my life. And you don't want to take something away from them. You want to add to their life. So you don't want them to be hurting. They're your twin. So if there's something that they say casually, like, hey, my friends have been bugging me saying they miss me, then say, well, then go hang out with your friends. Don't resent them for it. Don't be upset that they're not spending even more time with you. Say, go hang out with your friends, have fun. I'll see you when you get home. I'll see you afterwards. I'll see you tomorrow. And then let them go and enjoy their friends. And then they'll realize they missed you when they were gone. It gets better. I have a broken heart with little band-aids on it. So we don't want to have hurt feelings. We don't want to have any hurt feelings between these twins. We want to heal. We want to be close. I have fear. I have fear creeping into this connection. Fear that you start to panic when they start to pull away. You start to think, I can't live without this person because it's just so intense. And that fear creeps in. So we don't want fear in this connection either, because that's going to paralyze you. We want to release anything that's toxic. And you can see she's like pouring out a glass of wine even. So maybe there has been some behavior, whether it's alcohol or drugs or some other kind of behavior that's been interfering. So we want to release that toxic energy. We want to get that out of this connection. And we want to communicate clearly and see eye to eye. Okay. We want to look at each other and say, what is it that you need? What do you feel like you're missing? What do you feel like you're pulling away? Do you feel like I've taken something away from you? Or do you feel like you're missing out on life somehow because you're with me? And they may say, I just miss my friends. I miss doing my own thing. I miss sitting and vegging out and not having to talk to anybody for a period of time, whatever it is. So then let them go and do those things. And then they come back to you. I have an 8 of Cups. I have an Empress. I have a 9 of Cups. And I have a Death. So we have some changes. We have some fear about this walking away coming in. But they do see you as an Empress. They're very content with you. When it's good, they're very at home with you. They're comfortable. They want to be with you. And they know they have to change. They know there's some changes that need to be made. They probably don't feel like they want to be walking away or turning their back on you. They know that it's hurtful, but there's something missing in their life that they feel like they have to walk towards. So before they walk away completely from the relationship and run because they feel like they're missing something, allow them this freedom to, like I said, be with their friends, go away for the weekend with their family, whatever it is that they feel like they're missing. I have an Ace of Wands, 4 of Wands, and I have a Hermit. They don't want to be alone. They do see a future with you, and they're more passionate about you than anyone they've ever been with, is how I feel. So I think that what's going on is they're just trying to have a sense that they're still independent within a connection. They don't want to have this like codependent, this person needs me all the time. They have to be with me all the time. My heart holds words I don't know how to say. They're having a hard time expressing what they're going through. So they shut down. They don't express themselves. They might give you the cold shoulder. They say, I just need some time alone. I'll talk to you later. They just do it in the wrong way. Let me in. I promise I won't hurt you. Okay, so we're trying to not hurt each other. I do feel like they're going to reveal their true feelings, their true intentions. And I do feel like their true intentions are that they really do want to build a life around you. But you have a life and I have a life, and then we have a life together. I think that's what's going on. I waited all my life to find you. I think sometimes twins come together and the intensity is just so different than other relationships that you can't compare it. And it's this feeling of, I want to be with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I can't get enough of you. until it becomes overwhelming. And then you kind of back off and start saying, this is too much for me. So you want to be careful with that. I see my future with you. So they do see a future with you. I'm going to say if they are backing off or slowing down, it's just a healthy space. It's a healthy space. I don't think it's because they don't want you. Sometimes, our heart grows fonder when we don't see each other all the time either, right? So maybe it's just something along those lines. Dark moon, number 6. Maturation, okay, growing up, introspection, and know thyself. So maturing, they're growing up. They're trying to figure out what is important to them. What do they need? What do their feelings need? What is their soul saying that I need something right now? The number 1, 3 graces. Cooperative ventures with friends. There you go. Joy, sharing, and partnerships that are fun. So the sense of friendships, having other relationships in your life, not relying on just your twin for all your entertainment, all of your emotions, all of your guidance, right? That you have other relationships in your life, friendships. You have healthy coworkers. You have healthy friends. You have family members, so other relationships other than relying on everything is my twin. And I put so much pressure and effort into that relationship that sometimes it's too much. If the number 19, a fairy tale, letting go, detachment, and moving on, the sense of I feel like I'm sinking, that it's too much. And you feel this pulling away feeling. They feel like they're sinking. Maybe they're giving you everything that you can't get blood from a stone, Spirit just said. Maybe they're giving you everything they possibly can emotionally, and they don't have anything left to give. So they need to take some time and space to kind of rejuvenate and to get their energy back and to, I guess, just repair somehow. So I think Spirit's is asking you to, I don't think they're looking to end this relationship. I think they're trying to find a nice medium where we can coexist together without being codependent on each other. I have a 7 of Pentacles. I have a Queen of Swords. I have a King of Pentacles. And I have the Knight. So that looks like an extra card in this deck, but it looks like the Moon. And I just want to build upon something. I do want to let go of the fears. I do want to make you feel secure. And I want you to know that, we are connecting. We're connecting on all different levels. It's important that we talk, Spirit just said. So I have this beautiful feeling of strength. Okay. I have this beautiful feeling of, we can work through this, and communication is key, especially with twin flames, because you are good communicators. You are able to share everything with each other. So just talk to your person and get to the heart of the matter and ask them what it is that they feel like they need. I feel like you're going to hear the truth. You make my heart skip a beat. So they still want to be with you. No doubt in my mind. Thank you for being there for me. So they could be going through some difficult things right now. They could be, working on some inner growth, and maybe you have been there to help them, but they want to do some of the work by themselves, Spirit just said too. You don't have all the answers. They got to find the answers within themselves. I love everything about you. So they're not pushing you away. It's almost like they're just trying to save themselves. You heal me. You do help heal them, but they do want to heal themselves, right? There's some work that they have to do. I'm so stressed out. They've got to get through something on their own. You can't fix their problems. Sometimes people say, I'm glad that you're listening, but I just got to do this myself. you know, whether it's their ego or whether they just would feel more, they feel better, you know, just making those decisions on their own. I can't picture my life without you. Thank you for always being there, right? And I like this sense of you heal me. You know, you're put in my life, you're healing me, you're important to me. I've gone through a lot before you came into my life. Maybe they brought some baggage into this relationship and they know it. Excuse me. They know that they brought some baggage into this connection. I want to walk into the sunset with you. I was made to love you. So Spirit brought excuse me, Spirit brought us together for a reason. I want to speak my truth to you. So I do feel like they want to be honest and open. You know, it is a feeling of either they're processing something through their head right now as to what they're trying to achieve, and they're just not ready to share it with you, or they don't want to say something that would hurt you or upset you. So they don't say anything at all, but you know that something's going through their mind. I still feel butterflies when I see you. And I do feel like we're soul partners, soulmates. I want to show you how much I value you. I love that card because value and respect are important. I want to take it slow. Now, sometimes when somebody says, I want to take it slow, you take it as they're backing off. They don't want to be with you. They're slowing down. And sometimes it's just like they want their emotions to catch up with all this kind of crazy passion that you guys have been going through. So if they're saying taking it slow, maybe they're saying, I want to make sure that we do this the right way, or that we're both in it for the long run, something like that. I don't know how to express my love, so I keep it inside. So we struggle with that. We struggle with, I need you to tell me what you need. I need you to show me, you know, what is going on and what is going to make you happy. I want to have kids with you. So there's a future. Some of you may have children together. Stay forever. Stay forever. I want to show you how much I value you, and stay forever. So there is a sense of I want you forever, and we have to just keep working at it. We have to just keep talking. We have to create a sense of there's a you, there's a me, and then there's an us, and that's all good. And I'm not going anywhere, right? I'm not going anywhere. You have it all. Why do you want me? So there's a little bit of an insecurity. You know, there's sometimes I question why you're with me. That could be part of their baggage that they brought into this connection. That could be part of some of the things that they're working on. There could be thoughts of a future. Will you marry me? I want you to try to understand me. I don't know why. I don't know how to express my love, so I keep it inside. And I want you to try to understand me more and more. So this is communication. This is us talking. This is us just getting to the heart of, you know, what are our feelings and just sharing them. But sometimes some people hold back. I get it. They hold back, or they say, yeah, everything's fine. Nothing's going on with me. You are my light in the dark. So you do pull them. You are a healing energy for them. You are a healing energy to them, whatever they are going through. And it was love at first sight. And that does happen with twins. That's nice. One more, please. I want to marry you one day. So they're thinking big picture. They're thinking big picture. You may be feeling like I'm getting mixed feelings. and they're just processing. They're processing what it is that they want. And they just want to make sure that they have the best of both worlds. They have the life that they used to have. They didn't lose anything. They have you and all that you've added to their life. And now their life is better because of you. That's where they're headed. So let's put this out into the universe. But you know what? I'm just going to think really positive, right? We're going to put this out into the universe. And I'm just going to think really, really positive that we're going to get through whatever we've gotten through. And we're going to be reminded that it was love at first sight and that they are thinking about spending the rest of their life with you. So that is what I'm going to go for. And I'm going to ask Spirit to bring that to you now. I want to thank Spirit for this reading. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always, my Taurus, for your love and your support and your comments. I really appreciate it. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, go to my website, KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com.